Vlog-A-Day 50. Well, my day was basically just wake up and go get on conference calls. And that was basically it. Let's see. Woke up, did some dishes, ate a sandwich, and got on a long conference call that just got over. I did, however, before the conference call, get some work done on Agnar's box. Commissioned a cover. Since nothing else that's particularly exciting is happening today, I figured this is the perfect opportunity to talk about Agnar's box a little bit. So let's talk about Agnar's box. I have not had taco time in like 5 years or something. I have no idea when the last time I had taco time was, so I thought, I'd like to give it a try. I'm guessing this is not the window I pay at. It looks like I'm not the only one who hasn't eaten at taco time in a long time. I'm the only person here. Thanks, man, appreciate it. So for those of you who followed Into the Nansen and read that, Agnar's box is going to kind of fill that space in the gap where we're not having a season of Into the Nansen this year. And the reason we're not having a third season of Into the Nansen is because we didn't quite raise enough money on the Kickstarter, which is all right. It just means that can't afford to do it. Because believe it or not, doing a project like Agnar's box is going to cost me about 100 times less than a project like Into the Nansen. And that's not an exaggeration, that's an actual figure. It's right around 100 times less. Okay, so Agnar's box. I'm going to try and do this quickly because I have yet to actually pitch this to anybody. Really? I mean, I've told some people about it, but here's what's going on. Into the Nansen, which is what this is from, is over for now. And I really can't wait to write the third season. It's what I'm most excited for, but we're putting it on hiatus. And Agnar's box is the story of a guy who has built an empire around the exploits of his friend named Hold, who's basically the Indiana Jones of my world. Hold goes out, he finds crazy cool stuff, he risks his life, he almost dies all the time, but he comes back with these amazing artifacts and gems of just like immense power. And then Agnar figures out what to do with them. And early on in their careers, Agnar was selling them and then using the profits to kind of build a company, and it was your usual thing. But they got to a place where they found that if they did research on these things, they could actually develop like new technologies and weapons and other things like that and sell those instead of actually selling the objects. And so they started developing that space, and then everything exploded and they became huge. It's the same world as Into the Nansen. It's just a different time period where technology is a little bit more advanced than ours is today. Agnar and Hold have created an empire where they're household names. You know, they're like the Bill Gates and Elon Musk. I don't know, whoever you want to pick. They're Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. They're really successful, and they're really focused on what it is that they're doing. And so in the middle of the night, one night at the beginning of the story, Hold calls Agnar. He's out in the field trying to pick up a discovery, calls Agnar and is freaking out and says, I've got it, we put it in a box, I don't know how long it will last. I don't know what to do, but there's another one of these things and I have to go get it. Or the world could end, basically. He doesn't say the world could end, but things are really bad. Bad enough that he calls Agnar out, who is the nerd. Agnar is into spreadsheets and making this business work. He's not into risking his life. So he has to get on a quick jet and go to one of the most hostile parts of the world to pick up this box and sail with it back. And it's really freaking spooky and fun and scary. So that adventure is going on. What makes it interesting is still a real-time story, and instead of journaling, the storytelling mechanism, if you will, for this story is that Agnar is wearing a vest that I call Norm. It's a narrative, doesn't matter. You'll find out soon enough. Anyways, the vest called Norm is half like vitals and protection, and like it's there to save his life. But the other half of it is this hyper-aware narrative device. It's the software and a few sensors that are able to keep track of everything that's going on around Agnar, and within him, monitors his vitals, monitors everything, has access to his psychological profile, to his entire history. So it's able to pull everything it knows together and form a story at the end of every day. So it's basically building day by day this story, and it's a prototype. It's something that they're developing. It's something that they're kind of hoping to sell someday, that people can just kind of make a record of their lives. Agnar doesn't want to wear it, but it follows him through every day. And so you can see through its sort of eyes and sort of through his eyes how every day unfolds. And then the story itself is also just kind of like a fun, high adventure, Indiana Jones meets Shackleton meets, I don't want to tell you because I don't want to spoil it. And so that's coming out in September, assuming everything goes well. I haven't really pitched it before, I hope that made sense. We'll talk about it some more in a bit, but I did just commission artwork for it today. I also have a book on submission with a publishing house. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, or what I can say. It's really exciting. That one is kind of like The Imitation Game meets Mad Max, and then you throw in motorcycles from Advent Children and make them even cooler. That's that story. It's a post-apocalyptic. I'm really excited about it. I don't know what else I can say. I'm sure I'll find out soon. But in the meantime, let's talk about Agnar's box. So I will keep you filled in on that as time goes on. So nothing exciting has happened today. Don't worry, you haven't missed out. But I am gonna go Pokemon hunting this evening with my buddy Rob, which is probably gonna lose me subscribers at some point because you guys are gonna get sick of Pokemon. But you just, yeah, we should all be playing. We should all be playing. We absolutely should all be playing. Yeah. Pretty sure they were playing Pokemon and stopped to catch something, which I should do. They're doing a ton of construction in the park right now. I don't know if they realize they don't have to dig for Pokemon. You don't have to dig for Pokemon. Just catch them. I made the mistake of touching her. Yeah, she'd be making more tips if she was drawing Pokemon. It's true.